Hi! Today I will show you my Empties and new products. First of all, I would like to thank all you guys for your warm support to my last video. It was really moving to hear all your comments, how much you guys love my videos, because I was always thinking my videos are not that perfect. I'm not perfect. So I'm really grateful to have you guys around me. My videos are more on the quiet side, in slow pace. So in the beginning I was not sure if I will find enough audience who would like to watch my videos. I'm actually an introverted person, very shy. So it's okay when I'm with people whom I know. But when I meet people first time, then I'm just like silent person. So you can imagine in the very beginning it was quite difficult to talk to the camera because I'm basically talking to a bunch of new people whom I never met. But now it feels different because I know some of you guys, especially those of you who leave comments from time to time. So I feel now much more comfortable to talk to you guys, and I can't be grateful enough for all your supports. Thanks a lot. In my last Empties video, I added for each product in which former Empties videos it appeared on the screen here. But there was actually lots of work while I was editing my video, and also I thought that's just blending shortly and going away. You probably won't get much from it. So this time I will add this information in the description. You know, I always have timestamps, and nearby this timestamp I will also add the numbers in which Empties video it appeared already, because those are products which is repeatedly appearing, I wouldn't talk much about it. So hope it will be then more helpful for you guys to watch. The first product I emptied is my toning lotion. This is Clarins Hydrating Toning Lotion for normal to dry skin. I talked about how I ended up with this toning lotion in my warning video, so you can have a look at that video. I used it up after 3 months, so I'm using it up quite regularly, every 3 months, so which means it will appear on every Empties video, so I wouldn't talk much about this. And the next product I emptied is my eye cream. This one is Estée Lauder Resilience Multi Effect, which I used up after 9 months. This cream is a little bit on the firmer side in the consistency, but as you guys know, I use eye serum before I apply eye cream, so in that case it's no problem at all. But I can imagine if you use only this, then it might be a little bit too firm and difficult to spread. And the next item is Clarins Tonic Treatment Oil for body. I used up this former bottle after 3 months. I think this product is probably the most expensive product for me because I use it up so quickly. But as I mentioned one time, I can't help it. Because I use lots of products from Clarins, some people meant Clarins has to sponsor me. But I won't feel comfortable about that, I think. Because firstly, I revealed their batch code, which they tried to hide. And I also complained about the skin troubles, which I got from those green toning lotion and foaming cleanser. I actually complained a lot every time when they renew something. And most importantly, I don't use their eye cream. You have just seen my eye cream from Estée Lauder. That's because I couldn't find any eye cream which works from Clarins, unfortunately. Because if you guys know me, I like to unify everything. So I would have preferred to have all the skincare products from one brand. But for eye cream, it didn't work. I mentioned in my eye cream video how I kept my eyes still wrinkle-free up to this age. So eye cream is something very important for me, and it has to work. I don't care which brand. And those products which work, I would love to share with you guys. So I think without sponsorship, I'm more free to talk about my opinion. So I think it's good like this, that Clarins doesn't know me. And the next product I emptied is Bobbi Brown Foundation. If you follow me longer, then you heard often that I really love this product. So I replaced with same product again. But when I purchased this former product, I actually had some trouble. I purchased it from one small online shop, which I actually found while I was searching for Bobbi Brown brushes. So I'm really glad to find that shop, because they sometimes have some products which are in other big shops already sold out, but then they also have often discount, so I can also get product cheaper. But when they sent, so not this one but that one before which I emptied, that one was almost 30 months old. Normally they are not allowed to sell things if it's older than 30 months. But that was just like 29 months old. Which means we normally talk about shelf life of 3 years. So I should use up that foundation in 7 months. But I normally have it for more than 1 year. So I called them and complained about this, and they said, oh, it can't be, it must be one old product was mistakenly shipped to me. So they said they will send a new product. I should send that one back. But I was not sure. Are you sure this new one will be not as old as this one? They were quite sure. But when they sent me the second bottle, it was from the exactly same batch. So I just sent back the second bottle, because first one I started already. And they said they will then refund about half of the price. So I said, okay, when it's just the half price, then I can just use it up quickly. But, you know, I don't use that great deal of foundation. And it took me 1 year and 4 months to use up that bottle. But I have to say, until the end, it was still okay. So at the end, everything went fine. But you should check always the batch code when this is produced, that you don't get accidentally something which is already expired or nearly expired, especially those products which you keep for a longer time. You can check my batch code videos to learn more about how to read batch codes. And the next product I used up is Clarins Lip Comfort Oil in shade Red Berry, which I showed in my last Empties video and also in my lip oil video, which was a small sample. I used it up after 3 months. As I mentioned in my last Empties video, I started to use it as a lip balm and I liked it a lot. But only problem was that it had a quite dark red color, which I didn't expect. Then I remembered this raspberry shade, which looked like almost transparent. So I thought, okay, that would be then ideal for a lip balm. So this is then I purchased. Now this is still this old packaging, which is really beautiful. It has this squared top and looks really elegant. As I wrote in one pinned comment on my lip oil video, this one has definitely less staying power than the other one. But still, it feels really comfortable. As the name says, it's lip comfort oil, it says. Now I ordered also new version because this is now also here available. In my last Empties video, I said I will then order same color, raspberry. But I was also interested in one other shade, which was called Pitaya, because that one was also very pretty shade. And often when they show this new lip oil, the model is wearing this Pitaya shade as an example. So apparently that's also which they are very proud of. And this Pitaya shade also has this pH adjusting effect. So I was quite curious about that and I decided to order Pitaya as well, that I can show you guys and comparing these two color, raspberry and Pitaya. But then this small online shop which I mentioned before, they were offering one sample lip oil as a gift, and that one was shade Cherry. So I thought, oh, this is wonderful. Now then I can show you guys 3 different shades. This Cherry shade looked more or less like just normal red. I'm hoping this is maybe similar to this Red Berry which I had before, because the red is really universal shade when it comes to lip products. These are now on the way, so my next video will be about those Clarins lip oil, comparing old and new, and also swatches of those 3 new shades. And there are a few new products which I added to my collection. One of them is Clarins UV Plus. You probably remember I was complaining about this new UV Plus because this old one had quite light consistency. It was almost runny, so I could apply very thin layer all over my face. But this one is just a normal cream. So I had the feeling that I'm applying too thick layer on top of my skincare. So I didn't like it much. But I actually didn't know what else to purchase. It's becoming spring and the sun is becoming stronger and stronger, but I didn't have any sunscreen. So I just decided to give a chance to this UV Plus. When I compare this with the old one, this one has now named moisturizing screen, because the old one was not like that. So apparently, because this cream is a little bit thicker consistency, it also has some kind of moisturizing effect, which was probably not necessary, but also not bad. And before, when they had this light runny consistency, that was also a little bit problematic because it could easily spill out, and this bottle always had one metal ball inside and you had to shake it, because apparently without this metal ball it's sticking on the bottom. So I guess they wanted to solve those issues. And they also claim this has some anti-pollution effect, which was also the case for the old one. But at that point I don't really understand how that should work. They meant with this mango leaf extract, it can help our skin to be resistant against pollutions. But I'm actually not sure if that works. I think sunscreen is, in general, the question of trust, because you don't really see immediately the effect if it's really blocking the UV light or not. So for me it's important to get it from one company which I really trust. That's the reason I decided to stay with Clarins. And when they say it's SPF 50, then I really believe it. Although I'm not that happy about the consistency, I decided to see the good side. The next item is a nail polish. Although I have got enough nail polishes, I had a problem with one Suck nail polish, this shade Champagne Diamond. When you guys remember my last nail polish declutter and haul video, I purchased it to replace my painted polish nude holographic one because they looked quite similar. But in real life they were quite different. So this new Suck Colors one is almost transparent. When I just apply 2 coats, I could only see the holographic particles and couldn't see any beige color. And I also didn't like this holographic effect very much because it was pretty much scattered holographic. It didn't have this restrained effect of this old painted polish one. Especially because I had to apply these 2 or 3 coats. It was then becoming too much. So I had an idea, maybe I should buy one just cream polish in beige color that I can just apply only 1 layer of this on top. So one day I went to a drugstore wearing this painted polish one, and I just compared all the polishes from Essie. And this was the closest match. This is called Buns Up, and this is from Expressie line. I never had something from Expressie. I just thought this one is quickly drying, which I didn't really need. But I've seen this is also vegan and AIDS-free that I didn't know. Because the reason I didn't want to purchase Essie's anymore was because it was only 3 free and I wanted to go for 5 free or beyond. But if it's 8 free, I wasn't quite happy about this. But the problem was the consistency was very thick and it is quite difficult to apply. But as I'm wearing today, I'm just wearing 1 coat of this Essie and 1 coat of Suck Colors Champagne Diamond, and it gives quite similar effect like this Blush Babe Fun painted polish, but not as nice as that one. But this is in any case better than when I was wearing Champagne Diamond alone. By the way, my nails are again all short because I started orchestra rehearsal for one concert in June. So I first cut these 4 nails, as I one time explained in one other video. But then I learned we also have one piece where I have to play pizzicato. So I also cut the index fingernail. And at the end it looked so stupid. I had 5 short nails and they are not on one hand, but 4 there and 1 there, and then I thought at the end, okay, I'll just cut everything short. So that's why I have short nails again. I'm quite sad about that, but I also love to play violin, so I can't do anything about it. And the last product is a shampoo bar. I never talked about any hair care products on this channel, but I thought this one I will mention because this is from Clarins. I know they had some hair products, but I was somehow not really interested in. They are also very expensive. I have some natural organic shampoo and conditioner, so I was just happy with that. But I was quite interested in shampoo bar anyway, and Clarins made one, so I decided to try it, and I'm quite happy about this. It doesn't smell very strong. I think mostly I smell just shea butter, and if you get enough amount then it will make nice foam. Just one problem I had was after use the hair is becoming so squeaky clean that my hand or comb was not really gliding through. So I decided to use vinegar hair rinse. So I just mix apple cider vinegar with water and just rinse it with it. Then it feels quite okay, which I actually did today as well. But I just don't have any comparison with other shampoo bars because this one is on the expensive side. But this product I'm quite happy about. I wonder if any of you also tried it, then please share in the comments. So that was it for today. My next video will be about Clarins Lip Oil, and probably the next video will be my skincare routine. I know many of you guys are awaiting my skincare routine video, but somehow there are always something else to film because I don't post very often. So that was somehow pushed to behind. But after the lip oil video, I can finally make a skincare video as well. I'm just not sure if I should film morning skincare routine and night skincare routine separately or together. I guess it's just better to be together in one video because it's not that different, my morning routine and night routine. So I will think about it, and I also need to think how I can film the night routine because I don't own any lights to film. So either I have to film in darkness or maybe I'll just film during the day. I can also show my night routine during the day. So maybe I will do like that. So thanks a lot for watching. I will see you in the next one then. Bye!